You're looking for someone that's on this plane.
And other people I'm looking too.
I got to see this movie last night with a packed theater, ScreenRant and Collider. We co-hosted a special screening here in New York City, and there was applause for your first kill. There were a lot of gasps and oohs and ahs throughout the screening, but people stopped and said, "Let's go," when Isha got that first kill. Take me back to that day on set. I'm talking about the moment with the cabinet in the cabin, if you know what I'm referencing.
Yeah.
What filming a scene like that feels like as an actor, and then what the vibe is like behind camera.
So I think that it was my first stunt of that kind of level of violence and physicality. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. The stunt team was so professional. And honestly, when you're doing it, you're aiming for that level of intensity. So actually, I think it feels really real. And, your adrenaline is pumping. And I, much like with the screening, which is so lovely to hear, behind the camera, as soon as the take would be over, you'd hear everyone cheering and screaming at Video Village because it looked so badass. So yeah, it was a super fun day.
That's wonderful to hear. Your character, there's a lot of different nuances to her. We learned a little bit about her backstory and her motives throughout. There was a little wrinkle that I noticed, and I want to know if it was deliberate or not. Your character is quite lucky throughout this movie. She was born on March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. Was that a deliberate choice?
Listen, maybe she has a little Irish in it. I don't know. No, I think that what I always say is that Isha has had so much bad luck that all of the good luck that she does have is simply course correction.
It makes sense. We're going in the opposite direction. Maybe there's a bit of irony. What's the law? Murphy's Law is the Irish.
Yeah.
That comes with luck, and that's too good. I don't want to get into spoilers specifically, but this movie does end with a way that there's a very clear direction to go in a sequel. Are you privy to those plans, based on that final scene? Do you know where we are? Do you know what's happening?
Well, I have to say, on set, all of the cast, we'd constantly be pitching ideas for sequels. And I think one of the funny ones was sink or swim. The next one happens on a yacht or a boat. So we were having a lot of fun thinking about sequel ideas. So, fingers crossed, sink or swim.
I got a couple here. I have Pain on a Train. Could be fun. Bus in a Bus.
Ooh, that's a good one. Bus in a Bus, yeah.
And then the one I was most passionate about, Strike or Bike. You guys are all on bicycles.
Listen, I've heard cycling is great exercise, so any excuse.
Yeah, I think we got a franchise on our hands. This movie's an absolute blast, and you're phenomenal. And then Charithra, thank you so much for your time.
Please open the door.
1 second.